It's true. It's confirmed. Okay. This is a talk video. Talks. Let's talks about Vox. It's gonna be toxic because he's toxing so much. I don't know. I just wanted to make a talk video about Vox, the amplifier company, not VOX. There's another Vox, and sometimes people use that short form for vocals, like when they're labeling something. Not that. We're talking about Vox Amplification, who is owned by Korg, and that's basically my only connection to the company. I know somebody in distribution, Canadian distribution for Korg, but that's it. So I don't have a relationship with Vox, but I am a huge fan of their amps. I just want to talk about them and what's going on with them. Is there something wrong? I just have this gut feeling there's something not great going on with the company. I hope things are good, and I'd like to help promote the company, and I'm always eager to use Vox stuff. How many Vox amps do I own right now? Zero. I've just kind of lost interest in it, and it's not to say that they're bad or that there's anything inherently wrong with this stuff. Most of my early videos on my channel were all through an AC15. I've had the AC15 combo twice. I've had two versions. I've had the head, I've had the Pathfinder, I've had those little mini amp plugs, I've had the super mini Beetle, I've had the AC4, AC4 TV, tons. I have a picture. I don't know if I can pull it up, but I had a picture where I used to have so much Vox. My room looked like a 70s or 60s living room because it was just all that same color of like that brownish gold triangle stuff. And so I like Vox. I like Vox. That's my point. I like Vox. I don't know what's going on. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's January 2025. And over a year ago, no, it's actually coming up to exactly a year now. 2024, Vox was at NAMM, and they announced the handwired series. And I saw those. I'm like, it's cool. It's got specs that are really cool. They've added FX loops. They've redesigned the cabinets, the wood in them. Like the AC15s I had were pretty heavy. I think they might have been fiberboard. Anyways, they looked pretty cool. Reached out to the distributor, the Canadian guy I know, and he's like, yeah, we can send you one in the summer. And didn't happen. They did send me the hand-wired wah pedal. It's up here on the shelf. You can't really see it. It's hiding behind. It's holding up that YouTube thing. So that the idea was I was going to get that hand-wired pedal, plug it into the hand-wired amp, and we're going to do like a series. And excuse me, I haven't had any coffee for a month, and this is my second cup since I was sick for like a month. So when you haven't had coffee for a long time and then you have one, you feel it right away. It's crazy. What was I talking about? This is going to be kind of ranty, maybe a little bit, but in a good way. I want this to be a positive video. Saw Henning, he does these all the time. He doesn't watch my videos, so he will not see this and will never know that I was talking about him, because that's how YouTubers work. We don't watch each other's videos. Why would you do that? It's stupid. So yeah, I've owned many Voxes. What's the plural of Vox? Voxy? Vikes? Vixen? I also feel their social media presence is kind of non-existent. Like they have one guy who seems really good. He does their demos. I can't remember his name, but he's at the NAMM booth. And yeah, he's like their guitar guy that plays through the stuff. Other than that, what kind of presence does Vox have online these days? I don't feel like they have a personality or a head or like kind of nothing, right? There's just this empty void. And it made me start to think, like, who's actually playing Vox right now? Like, is it more of this vintage vibe? People buy the vintage amps. Like, you see them on stage for sure. I see like Radiohead and all these other big names. Well, Radiohead that hasn't played in years, but you know what I'm saying? They have them on stage. Sometimes they have the vintage ones with the white coverings on it, or you know, all these different Vox amps you see on stage with all these bands. So people know they exist, but are those just the vintage ones and people aren't buying the current stuff? I know they tried the new tube stuff, which I was really pumped about. It's the they tried it in, so the super mini Beetle, that little mini amp that I had, Basically, instead of regular vacuum tubes, it was using, I'm trying to go from memory here, the same tubes that are used to create the lighting in LED display. No, not LED. Like on your microwave or on a VCR, those lights are created with a little vacuum tube. Not a vacuum tube. It's screwing it up because it's been like, I don't know, 8 years since I played one of those. 6, 8 years. What year are we in? Is this what's today? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyways, Vox, what's going on? I think it's okay because it's been a year. The hand-wired stuff, there's actually been comments on the one, they released one video. There's no prices, there's nothing, but people are asking, like, and not that many people. So that's also a concern. Not that many people care. And that just makes me feel like they're kind of falling out of favor maybe with players. And I'd like to see them come back in a big way. I really like Vox amps. I get it, they're not for everybody. They do color your tone. People complain. I don't know what I'm saying. People complain. The whole mids in the amp. People don't like that, or they do. I don't know. Usually you boost it with something. But I've really liked the AC15s I had. I've really liked everything, and I'd like to like more. That's why I wanted to try the hand-wired amps, and I do hope they release them. Maybe at NAMM this year they'll be there again. I plan to go see the booth and check them out. Korg has a massive setup. They're a big company, right? They're more than just Vox. So is Vox kind of falling away from their focus right now, or what's going on? What is the problem with Vox? Is there something wrong with Vox? I don't think there's something wrong with Vox. I want more Vox. Get more Vox. Would you like to know about Vox? Anyways, the point of this video is I hope people can comment. Maybe somebody like an insider in the business would know something about the company or has somebody they know. And I'm just really curious about the hand-wired series. What happened? What happened? Was it a production issue or something got messed up? I know I actually find that kind of stuff fascinating, the behind-the-scenes business stuff. Really interested in that stuff, so I'd like to know. And I'd love to check those amps out, which I plan to if they ever get released. But we don't know when they're coming out because there's been no mention of it. And that's what I'm talking about, the social media presence. There's been no responses in that video. I'll link that video if I remember to, so you can go check it out because it was pretty cool. It was just like this kind of a teaser trailer for the amp because it wasn't really showing anything. And the other interesting thing was, at the time when it was announced, they had an existing hand-wired series. Those were all pulled, so they stopped making them. So that even makes it more weird and mysterious. So right now you can't buy the hand-wired stuff new, unless it's new old stock. You have to go on like Reverb or in a shop that has some on the shelf that didn't sell, and that's the only way you can get it. And the hand-wired stuff is expensive. Doesn't mean it sounds better, not necessarily, but it's just got this boutique allure to it. And they added the little badge that says hand-wired, so you know. Because otherwise you don't really know what amp you're looking at when you see one. So I like that idea. I think that's where I want to leave this. But I do want people to give me feedback in the comments. Let me know if you know anything about Vox, the current status. If you have any history with Vox, even just let me know what you think about Vox, their amps in general. I'd definitely like to get a couple more back in on the channel here and play some. And for now, like that Victory is like kind of like an AC30, and the TWS also very Voxy. So it'd be cool to compare one of the new ones against those two heads. And all right, let me know what you think. Henning, thank you for not watching. And as always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.